Yeah, I get what I want, don't need no genie. This world you're a token, ain't no beanie. Every time they see me, now they froze. No, there ain't a thing that you can't teach me. Rest in peace to Feeny. Got my own Topanga at the show. I ain't at the top, but I feel close to it. Got the speakers knocking, now these doors they keep on opening. Got too many yes men in your circle, how you supposed to win? If I play this for my girl and she don't like it, I ain't posting it. Whoa, rap game is the beast, popping up on those screens. Laptop in a dream, top notch with the keys. Wait, blast off at a reach, hopscotching on beats. Cause I just keep stepping on squares, these numbers increase. Whoa, yeah, baby no money in corner, that's baby no price. Okay, right, yeah, that sounded nice. Baby no price, roll up the tongue, got me saying it twice. Me falling off, keep wishing, try to grant me 3 wishes. But look, I get what I want, don't need no genie. This right here a token, ain't no beanie. Every time they see me, now they froze. No, there ain't a thing that you can't teach me. Rest in peace to Feeny. Got my own Topanga at the show.
I just looked up what Topanga means. Got one go this year, I need more enemies. Baby, no real rat shit, don't speak with energy. Baby, no better me. Just woke up, I sip amphetamines. Ain't so shit, you know what better means. Just made a better, but it's phone book green bean. If you don't press, don't blink, it's smithereens. Freaking MITS, porn, 5 photo, keep it promiscuous. 2 10s kissing, bottom settles, 20 simultaneous. They said baby smooth, ain't talking subcutaneous. Finally got my paper straight, it's file miscellaneous. Baby no money, my brother in Christ. Corner he killing it, checking the price. 4 5 6 when I roll on dice. By the way, ladies, I'm uncircumcised. I need a new girl to treat me real nice. Running my rappers, I love exercise.
I get what I want, don't need no genie. This right here a token, ain't no beanie. Every time they see me, now they froze. No, there ain't a thing that you can't teach me. Rest in peace to Feeny. Got my own Topanga at the show. Okay.
What up, everybody? What up, Wes? What up, Mazars? Listen, I know it's a baseball break, but if you didn't see Dougie's post yesterday, you need to go take a look. If you're a real Blazer and you've been around for a while, there's a serious momentum going on with this live Blazing football draft this year. We're looking to do it like the 3rd week of August. It's like a little over a month away. It's not a joke. It's legit. It could be going down. I'm sober. This isn't me being drunk saying it. All right, before we do this, I'm going to go ahead and do Bob. Bob, are you in here? Bob Riley, you in here? We're going to do his silver and gold. Listen, it was only $8 a spot. These have gone as high recently as $65, $70 alone. These go about $25, $30. So great value to be had. If, even if you only get one or 2 spots, and, whatever. It's like buying a scratch off, which I accidentally got my kids obsessed with because I told them if we hit one of the jackpots. Well, I told them if we win $2,000 or more, we'll leave. We'll book a flight. I'll tell them to throw clothes in a bag, and we'll go to Disney. So now they keep wanting to play. I created addicts. Horrible father. We would, Wes. We do some live streaming for sure. First 2 cards in the silver, you got yourself a Doncic and a Clayton Kershaw numbered out of 199. Again, big stuff comes out of these. These aren't like the Father's Day packs. So it's, Father's Day packs, it's not that they're not fun, but they're significantly cheaper. They're like $5 to $10 a pack. A lot harder to hit. We have pulled some insane stuff out of these. But again, it's still, risky. Another Luka. Oh, I was hoping we'd see ink there. You can sometimes. Again, so sorry, Bob, nothing super great, but just remember, if you go to shows or you're looking for, you see this kind of stuff, if it says Panini on the front, these are the VIP gold cards, and it will say Panini VIP on them. All right? So, there are opportunities to be had in these. We'll run another one of these back because we're due to find something nice out of it, but a couple Lukas, a Steph, and a Kershaw. Sorry, Bobby. Let me grab a bag. I'm going to bag that up for you now. Those are kind of nice to do. I just like throwing those up on a weekday or something like that. If you haven't noticed, I've been throwing these up every now and then. Just so, something, mix it up a little bit. And those are not for nothing. I mean, those, it'll probably cover your buy-in for that, to be honest. Some of those cards, if you promote them as gold pack cards, silver pack cards, and people don't think they're just commons. Man, Chris, didn't we get you? Was yours a Cyber Monday pack that we got a John Morant? I mean, we pulled that LeBron James. Was it the LeBron James 1 of 1? Was it a 1 of 1 or out of 10 gold? I think that card was a couple $1,000 last I checked. Like I want to say that card was close to like $2K was my understanding. Probably the LeBron James, honestly. I think it was a 1 of 1. You played softball? Mazers, it's funny we were talking about Chris playing basketball. Oh, I think you came in and said about getting in the hot tub. Now those packs were fun, Chris. But then, you know, they got real tight after that. I have a couple from that year yet. I mean, we've pulled some, like, I have one from the packs that someone opened at the National in 2018. It was a 2019 National. It's a 101 Josh Allen autograph. So, all right, good luck, everyone. We got Gonzalez Alcantara. Curtis Mead out of 199 for the Rays. Starting us off there, Tim and Scully. What up, Scott? What up, Corey? Yeah, but I got to say to LeBron, it was for Nate Zimmerman, to be honest. I'm pretty sure Nate's in this break, I think. Oh, no, he got into those packs. Probably because he hit one. It was in a giveaway, too. That's the craziest thing. Corey did point out that Churio we pulled out of this last night, what, about $150 card? 150 range? Rodolfo Castro, Josh Lowe. Hey, there's a Connor Wong as our first auto. We got one already for the Red Sox at a $4.99 going out to James Britton. I mean, I'm sure there were some other ones, Chris, that I'm forgetting right now. But most recently, that was the one. Oh, was there a trade? Scott, what was the trade? I didn't see one when I went in. Maxima Acosta. Oh, because it's not a first. It's a nice auto, too. Indians for Mariners. All right, I'll get it switched up here right after this pack, so I don't forget. Nelson Cruz. There's a Kellenet. Cespedes, Noelvi Marte, and Austin Hendrick for the Reds. What year was Bowman draft? You're saying 2022 Bowman draft or 2023? Because we have both. Yeah, we have a bunch. We have a bunch of different Bowman here. It's just we got some, and it's gotten so expensive. It was hard for us to break it in volume. So we do things like this. When a player we want to chase is out there, we'll throw it out there. So Indians for Mariners, and that's going to be Mark Gray and Scott Ripley. Give me a minute here, and I'll update it on the screen. You guys are giving in to that, huh? The Guardians. I guess it is probably time I finally switch it. I still have the Washington Redskins going on. But to be fair on that one, they're not going to be allowed to keep the Commanders, and I didn't want to just take Washington. So I see people, though, are getting flagged on Facebook for typing Indians. So I guess we should be careful. Bobby Witt. There's an Ellie De La Cruz paper for the Reds. Churio first. There's a Duran and Seth Beer rookie. Spencer Strider, Brady House, and Heston Kjerstad. I will say that although there's only a few teams you're chasing this, breaks seem to be the way to still do this. I was just even tell Doug to buy a box of this at close to $700, and it has 12 packs. So what's that make a pack of this? Just for one pack, you're talking about $60 a pack roughly. 57 for a paper. So for the price of a pack, so $60 on a pack. And what's crazy about that is you can buy roughly 3 spots in a random for the full box. So you still call them the Indians, right, Corey? Is that what you're saying? What is the first chrome going for then, Andrew? Spadas, Guzman. There's a Wander Franco rookie. Kyle Lewis. Vera there. And it's going to be Arteaga, Averson Arteaga first. Going out to the Giants. Dougie Berger getting on the board with an auto. I was hoping you'd get at least one with all your spots, Dougie. Did you see they caught, speaking of Chiefs and Indians and all that, did you see they caught that Kansas City Chiefs superfan that wears that gorilla costume that robbed the bank? Did you get a little nervous, Andrew, that he was going to fall off, so you moved it, and then he had that, another monster week? Is that what happened? Palmeiras, Arelvis Martinez, and DL Hall. Nothing major in that. We need some more color. They finally caught him. Yeah, so you just wanted to move it. You're happy with what you got? Harry Ford. We are going to do something else tonight. I'm working on a football mixer. I got some... I was thinking like a T-Mall, just T-Mall PYT, but there's no guaranteed hits in that. So I'm thinking just about doing like a $24 spot football mixer. Jake Berger, Luciano, and a Bobby Witt. Cashed in for a half. Oh, 1 out of 2. Derrick Henry select RPA. You just nice. Do you feel like you're happy to have that even if he goes, Andrew? Because that's the conversation we were just having. My brother and I have all these autographed jerseys hung up, right? He's like, so what are you going to do with your Edmonds now? I'm like, put it away. I mean, like, he gave us his full rookie contract, right? I'm not like mad about it. He gave us his time. He had to move on. It wasn't meant to be. But I'm like, what do you... Yeah, he's like, got a point. There's a James Wood. What do you do, right? He wore literally the same mask he wore to the games. Like, how stupid do you have to be? And then he ran from police for that long. Like, he was a fugitive. It wasn't like... Ooh, what's this coming up? It wasn't like it was... Hey, I did it. James Wood, Trey Sweeney. Like, I'm never going to go to a Chiefs game again. Like how? What was his plan? Like, I'm gonna live life normally somewhere else. They'll never catch me. Cal Raleigh, Alejo Lopez, Mike Trout. What do we got coming up here? What is it? Oh, it's a yellow paper. Joe Ryan, Brady House, Kyle Lewis out of 75 on the trade. There you go, Scotty. It's a cool color. Corey, listen, he's doing one of these things. I'm in no hurry. I'm not even sure I need to be signed before training camp. He doesn't want to go to training camp. He's good, and I think he knows that once, this is the other thing too, I think he knows once football gets started in preseason, there's always a team that loses a running back, whether it's like a strong backup or a starter or someone that was a huge part of their, their plan. And he knows he'll get better offers. Miami made him an offer, and he turned it down. So it wasn't like he didn't have offers. He's had an offer, and it sounds like the Bills are now back in the mix. From what I hear, I don't know. I don't want him. I mean, I'd rather go get a wide receiver to make Diggs happy. Armando Cruz, Jordan Walker. Although I keep reading contradicting reports about the Bills. Apparently, they told Diggs, Diggs renegotiated his contract in the Bills' favor to make cap space. Like, so it wasn't like he wasn't being a team player, but apparently they assured him they were going to bring in more support at the wide receiver position so that, like, you know, he had some attention drawn off of him. And they didn't do that. Here we go. C.J. Abrams at a 250. Apparently he wants Hopkins there. But then I read a report this week that says the Bills going after Hopkins could be the end for Diggs. I'm like, wait, confused. The Padres there, that's going to be going out to Jeff Blomberg. Yep, I'm with you, Andrew. I think that's what he's waiting for. He knows he'll get a bigger offer. So there'll be, especially if right now, I mean, not that teams aren't kind of fighting over him, but if it comes down to teams really wanting him and multiple teams going after him, he'll get a much better offer. Because it's not about these not paying running backs, Jaron Duran and Robert Hassel. I don't think it's a matter of not paying running backs. It's, do we need to pay a running back, right? Can we get away without paying one? No, we got two. Everson Arteaga and Connor Wong. But we have two more packs, so I'm sure there's one coming up. Quintana, Jose Rodriguez. And there's another C.J. Abrams out of $4.99. Two color there for the Padres. Andrew, I agree with you 100%. He's actually smart. Plus, these guys don't want to go to mandatory mini camps and training camps and stuff. He's saving that frustration of the media he's going to have to deal with, you know. He's going to have to deal with all those questions. Pineda, Luis Rodriguez, Marcelo Mayer. All right, so last pack. It should have our auto in here. I got worried yesterday, but I agree. And we signed Damian Harris, which, if again, he's obviously has had some injuries in his past. There's another Churio. That's a chrome Churio. Come on, something big here. But I don't think that's what we need. We definitely need other positions more than a running back. Ooh, is it going to be an Auto Invictica or whatever? Khalil Watson out of 50 for the Miami Marlins. Floyd, 18 out of 50. Khalil Watson. That's a pretty card. There we go. That's a pretty looking card. I agree, Scott. You know who I'm thinking too? I think Kincaid and Knox, if both healthy, I think we're going to run them both. I really do. I think we're going to have a 1-2 combo there coming out of the tight end spots. I mean, of course they can be blockers too, but I think they can be wide receiver threats. I'm not ready to say it yet. You guys know I'm very modest, generally modest Bills fan. I get excited, but I'm not one to be like, "Hey, we're gonna go to the ship, and this is our year." And last year, I was upset that they had us predicted to go first because I didn't feel good about it. I just didn't last year. I just didn't feel like we had all the pieces in place. I was nervous about losing Dayball as offensive play caller first year with Dorsey. We'll see how I feel after camps and stuff. Here we go. We have the Churio. Abrams out of $4.99. Abrams out of $2.50. Kyle Lewis out of $75. Ellie De La Cruz. Curtis Mead out of $1.99. And Everson Arteaga for the Giants. It's going to be you, Douglas. You got a little something there. We had the Connor Wong out of $4.99 for the Red Sox going out to Mr. Breton. And a Khalil Watson Miami Marlins going out to Floyd out of $50. Maybe, Scott. We'll see. And the NFL is a beast of its own. You know, listen. For me, it always comes down to this. And I know people don't like it because it's like a safety thing. But it all comes down to who can stay healthy the longest. Right? And who has momentum going into the playoffs is a huge thing. You know, it's true in so many sports, but the injury in football, I think, to those key positions is the biggest, especially quarterback. Is your quarterback healthy? 100% healthy? And that is a massive part of it. Bengals, Chiefs, or Eagles? I'm going to hold my predictions for now. I'm not ready to get there yet. But I did hear someone at the card show say their bold prediction, and this is not like a hater. And he's not like, he's an NFC fan, but he goes, only 8 teams, I think it's 8 or 9 teams that made the playoff the year before make it the following year. So it's like half, essentially slightly over half. And he said he feels like the way things are set up, the way the offseason shook out, is that the Chiefs missed the playoffs this year. It's his like bold prediction. And again, it was like a very, like he had some points with it and stuff. I'm not saying I agree with it, but I said, I'm not saying it couldn't happen. It happens to big teams every year. He said there's no other sport like football where good teams miss the playoffs that made it, you know, and won the Super Bowl. You know, look at the Rams. But this is a different situation. But the Rams, you know, Super Bowl, awful the next year. And there's been a lot of shakeup in Kansas City. A lot. So I could see where, you know, that was part of his point. Mark Gray and Alex Regal, you got yourself the $5 credits. But we'll have time to get in all that. It's coming up soon enough. All right, guys, I am probably going to try to put a football mixer together here. Stay tuned. I have one more box of this. We'll probably save it for another day. You're right, Scott. Just if they would have just handed him the ball. But good old Russell Wilson took it. I'll see y'all soon. Peace.